So I just finished watching the podcast, Emma's podcast with Meghan, and one of the things it was such a beautiful podcast. I'm gonna maybe dissect it a little more, but one of the most pressing things she spoke about was when Emma said, "If you could rewrite your public story from scratch, what would you do differently?" That's the powerful question posed to Meghan Sussex in her latest appearance on Aspire with Emma Grede. And Meghan's answer, simple, clear, and cutting. I would ask people to tell the truth.
Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth. And listen, I want to say this to you in the best way, because I wonder if you could rewrite your public narrative from scratch. Is there anything that you would do differently? Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth.
So today we're unpacking what Meghan really want to say, and I'm so in agreement with her because there's so many lies coming out of the palace, so many things that are not said but should be said because we know what is going on, right? And we're going to unpack it, and we're going to just discuss why this moment is resonating around the world. So just days before the full episode airs, a preview of Meghan Sussex sit down with businesswoman and SKIMS co-founder Emma Grede dropped, and it's already making waves. Grede asked what Meghan might change about the public narrative that's been built around her. Meghan laughed and acknowledged the massive difference between being a working actress and becoming one of the most talked about women on earth. And when asked if she'd do anything differently, if she could rewrite her story, Meghan didn't hesitate. Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth. And why this is so important, guys, Meghan had such a polished record before she went into the royal family that tried to smear her. When you talk about Suit, everybody had positive things to say about her. The director talked about how she would, if the kids, she see the leftover food or good food that they were going to throw around or away, she would say, no, don't do that. There's so many people out there that need it. And she had to go up the chain to get this done so that they weren't wasting food. There's so many other things we see how she's giving back, right? And all of a sudden she went into this family and they want to smear her just because she's leaving. So they come up with this smear campaign. So yes, a lot of lies are being told. The British media are one of the most lying organizations that you can think about, and they work in tandem with the royal family, which are also just some big liars, right? So we talk about it, right? And we say, since stepping back from royal life in 2020, Meghan and Prince Harry have spoken candidly about how they were portrayed in the press and how little was done to protect them. Remember what they say, they were willing to lie to protect others. And Harry went pointedly and say they were willing to tell lies on us just to protect my brother. Remember that. From their blockbuster Oprah interview to the Harry and Meghan Netflix docuseries and Harry's memoir Spare, the couple has tried to reclaim their story. This single sentence, tell the truth, isn't just about headlines. It's about years of smears, silencing, and distortion. It's about the media. It's about the institution. It's about finally being heard. When Meghan met Prince Harry in 2016, she was a successful actress on Suits with a growing platform of her own. Fast forward to 2018, the world watched her royal wedding, expecting a fairy tale. But behind the scenes, it became a storm. Racist headlines, cruel commentary, invasive coverage. It didn't stop. Now, 6 years later, Meghan's found her voice again, not through palace press offices, but through her own terms. On her own terms, guys. From her Netflix series With Love Meghan to her Confessions of a Female Founder podcast, she's telling her story her way. One of the sweetest parts of the podcast teaser comes when Emma asks when Meghan and Emma laugh about Meghan's viral baby mama dance video. The clip shared on Princess Lilibet's fourth birthday shows Meghan dancing in the delivery room, joyful and free. That was 4 years ago, Meghan says, smiling, and then she adds something powerful. There's still a whole life, a real, authentic, fun life happening behind the scenes. This is a Meghan the world rarely sees. A woman who's a mother, a creator, a founder, and yes, a survivor of toxic public narratives. Meghan rejoined Instagram in January 2025 after 5 years offline, a huge move. In the early days of her royal relationship, she deleted her personal profile and followed protocols, right? Now she's in control of her own narrative. And she says, I'm just grateful that now, being back on social, I can share it on my own terms, she told Emma. And that's the heart of it. Reclaiming power, redefining truth, living boldly and authentically. In the media age, where truth is often drowned out by noise, Meghan's request is painfully human. Tell the truth. It's a plea to be seen, to be known, to be understood. Meghan Sussex' next chapter isn't about changing who she is. It's about stripping away the falsehoods and embracing who she's always been. So Aspire with Emma Grede dropped today, as we know, because when Meghan speaks, she's not rewriting history, she's reclaiming it, right? And there's an article as well in Feminago, and Feminago touched a little on this, right? And she was saying that Meghan Sussex tells Emma Grede she wants the truth told. In a preview clip, the conversation shifts from joy to judgment. Emma asked Meghan if she could rewrite the public narrative. What would she do differently? Meghan's answer is strikingly simple. I would ask people to tell the truth. That request cuts through years of smears, headlines, and half-truths. It's not just about reputation, it's about dignity. Meghan makes it clear she didn't sign up for public cruelty when she became recognizable. On Aspire, Meghan doesn't perform vulnerability. She speaks with purpose, and that purpose is clear: to challenge the false narratives and share her real story, one joyful dance, one honest answer at a time. So tune in, guys, as we saw today. It was so beautiful, right? Everything was done. There's so many other snippets from the entire, I think it was about 1 hour and a half, but it was so good. You know, it was just talking about everything that Meghan has been through. It spoke mostly about her business acumen, where she see the business going, her partnership with Netflix. It delves a little bit about the baby mama dance. It talks about having faith, and Meghan point out that her faith is what drives her, you know, that is what motivates her, and that she will not sit by and let other noise or other idly people perception of her rule her life, right? She knows that she has faith, she has belief in herself, and she's just going to continue believing in herself. So that was what was so important, right? So it's a lovely episode or series of it. Today was great, and I would encourage you guys to go and listen to Emma. Listen to Emma and Meghan talk candidly about Meghan's life, and I guess the two women have certain things in common, certain synergies. So yes, go and listen to it. But yeah, it was interesting just to hear her fighting back in her own way. Say, listen to me, guys. I know who I am. I know who I have been. And this noise about any other thing is just noise. And they need to tell the truth because they know why the smear happened. They know the reason for it. And that's it, right? So yes, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you never miss a beat. Bye.